It's the day after Boxing Day, the 27th, and this will be my first session back since taking a bit of time off over Christmas. To me, this is one of the hardest sessions to come back to because you're all, frankly, overeaten from Christmas, and it might feel like you could continue that pattern of staying in bed, staying warm, and eating shit. But I know that the goal that I have of doing a 5,000 meter walking lunge will not happen if I don't get back on the horse. And frankly, Olivia was the one who had to kind of force me out of bed, kick me out, and tell me to come downstairs. So today what we're working on is some isometric split squats, where you basically hover with your knee an inch off the ground. That's a real thigh burner. And then I've got some curtsy squats off a box, and the idea here is to be as controlled as possible while coming down. And it's the leg on the box that holds all of your weight and is your explosive power, and the one that touches the ground just barely feather touches it and then come back up. And this is all about getting that control over my muscles so that when I need to use them, I'm not relying on sort of bouncing, but it's that I'm able to control my legs. This is kind of like time under tension as well, which is a really good training exercise. I'm going to do some split snatches in a minute with a relatively light bar, just to kind of get a bit of variance in my lunges that I'm doing. And then I'll go back to those 5 rounds of 20 reps going up to 70 kilos for forward lunges, and then I'll finish off with a little bit of like a cardio workout. Well, I got the heart rate up. No idea whether I should have taken that slower. I was trying to do 6 reps every minute, and I figured, well, I'm just gonna have to sort of rapidly work through them. Something like that for lunges. Half of it is because otherwise I just get bored of just doing walking lunges or even forward lunges. So it's nice to do an exercise like that that has similar muscle groups. Maybe not the exact same ones, but there is a bit of variance. But also, because it targets slightly different muscle groups, I'm trying to strengthen that core and that what we call midline going through, because as I'm learning, 5,000 lunges is not about the legs. It's about your connection between your legs and the trunk of your body. Otherwise, you're just sort of flopping up and down, and that's not good. There's 2 things I'm trying to do with this particular movement, one of which is keep my elbows high. As soon as they start to drop, you start to lean forward. And that's a difficult position to get out of when you're trying to push yourself backwards. So I'm trying to keep my elbows high. And the second thing, which is much harder to do, is I'm trying not to weave my way, which is where my shoulders kind of lean like that to get out of it. You'll see it on some of the heavier reps. I'm trying to make sure that my torso stays upright. I'm using my front foot to power me back out of the lunge, keeping my elbows high, rather than rolling my back first and then stepping up, which in theory, like mechanically, makes more sense, but it's not good in the long run. Oh, that's my PB matched. I think it's almost scarier trying to go after your PB when you've done it once before. I've only ever hit 70 kilos at 20 reps once before. And a part of me was panicking like, will I be able to do it again? I was able to do it again. It was still hard work and it still took it out of me. So we're gonna wrap up now with a little quick kind of 21, 15, 9 workout. And then, yeah, I'll be done. Yeah, we're back on it, and we'll be starting obviously the new calendar year where my training will continue, and we'll take it from there. All right, thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.